U.S. State Department issuing new travel warnings for some popular spring break destinations.
That's right. The most recent one is for Turks and Caicos. Fox 5's Meredith Gorman takes a closer look at these new security concerns.
A level 2 travel advisory has been issued by the U.S. Department of State for those traveling to Turks and Caicos, urging those heading there to exercise increased caution while traveling because of crime. This advisory is just one of many affecting popular travel destinations.
Most of the level 2s that we have down in the Caribbean area in Mexico also includes Bahamas, Cuba, Costa Rica, Belize, the Dominican Republic. So there's a lot of areas that have level 2s.
At Newark Airport, I asked travelers if they would reconsider making plans to travel to certain vacation hotspots because of advisories like this.
Depends where we go, if I research it a little bit and then I'll, do my, just research it, and if it looks good, then I'll go.
I might reconsider just because I want to be safe, and I'd maybe feel a little bit unsafe in a different country if there was travel advisories and stuff like that.
If you are planning on traveling to one of these places, Coffee says you should take precautions. Some of his travel tips include walking in groups, talking to your hotel and finding out what areas are no-go areas, being careful in bars and drinking situations due to the risk of drinking tainted alcohol. And for college students, they should consider sharing their locations on their cell phones with others.
Knowledge and information is power.
This advisory coming right as tons of college students are set to hit the road and head to the airport for spring break. Reporting from Newark, I'm Meredith Gorman.
All right, basically anywhere you go in the world, if you're going to be going spring break anywhere, you should be mindful of what's in that location. Not just the specific area you're going to be, but the entire country, state, and figuring out what kind of crime is most likely to happen in those specific areas that you're willing to go on vacation for spring break. I mean, I know the news is trying to give you guys some tips and ideas of, being safe and careful, having that situational awareness everywhere you go in life. You should be paying attention to everything. A lot of people don't really do that, especially if you're going on spring break. You're going to be drowning yourself in alcohol probably and getting into some bad things, and try not to do all that, because it's, especially in another country, if you decide to take some trips, because you're just putting yourself in danger intentionally.
With spring break right around the corner, officials in Miami Beach are telling partygoers you're not wanted. It's all part of a new crackdown, and ABC's Ashin Singh is here now with more on this. Good morning, Ashin.
Good morning, Gio. And it's that time of year again as residents of hotspot destinations brace for the influx of spring breakers on their local communities. After consecutive years of stampedes and mayhem in South Florida, last year the DeSantis administration took a more aggressive approach in cracking down on the crowds. And this year, they're doubling down.
This morning, Florida officials sending a message to spring breakers looking to party hard.
We can't have things just descend into madness and mayhem and chaos.
State and local officials reinforcing efforts to prevent ruckus scenes like this one. Governor Ron DeSantis pledging to boost security measures, including drone and aviation assets and K-9 units, building on the 140 state troopers who deployed across Florida in 2024.
Miami Beach is currently under a state of emergency.
With the heightened security, last year hotspot destination Miami Beach only saw 16 arrests.
We kept people safe. We had calm instead of chaos, as we saw in years past. It's not just the month of March. Law and order is 365 days a year.
Miami Beach, here we come.
Last month, the city issuing the Spring Break Reality Check, a spoof reality show trailer.
Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, so when it comes to spring break, I used to live in Florida, Panama City Beach, for 6 years. I was stationed there in the military, and they were known for basically the hot spot for spring break, one of the hot spots. It had the largest nightclub in the country, Club La Villa, which is, I think, now permanently closed, if I remember correctly. But I remember when I was there years ago, all it takes is irresponsible people to really ruin it for everybody else, which really sucks. But it got to the point where there was just so many bad things happening, from people on the beach getting so drunk, a lot of underage drinking, a there's so many hotels on the beach, and there were so many people that were getting drunk, going all the way to the very top, falling off balconies and dying. I mean, it was getting pretty bad. And I think one of the things that really made people like wake up in figuring out, hey, we need to be careful what we're doing here, is when a young girl got sexually abused on the beach in broad daylight, and everybody was witnessing this and recorded it. I think they put it online, but I think it got taken down or blocked or banned or whatever. But basically that, I think it was behind Club La Vila, come to think of it. It was one of the clubs on the beach, and they said, yeah, no more drinking on the beach is allowed. And so what the club ended up doing was actually installing a fence on the beach to basically contain their territory of their land, I guess, that they owned. That way people would still be able to drink on the beach, but fenced off. And that probably didn't last too long. And you know, now that it's completely gone, I don't even know what else is taking its place there in Panama City specifically. But everybody going on spring break, you guys got to be careful out there, stay safe, and make sure you go in, you know, with your group of friends, and be careful what you get into, and be careful what you eat. Pay attention to your drinks. Try to keep it at, you know, closed containers, because you never know. There's some bad people out there that have bad intentions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Till next time. Peace out, guys.